Okay? Then at like level 10, you get a second class. And again, there's 10 class options. You pick 2, so there's dozens and dozens and dozens of combinations. I picked Demolitionist for my second one, so I get a second talent tree for that. And I can choose where to put my points whenever I get them. So I could go 50-50, 90-10, 60-40, whatever. Additionally, on top of that, there is a thing called the Devotion system. And this is the same no matter what class you pick. But there's these constellation-looking things, and you get points whenever you cleanse a shrine, which are scattered around the world, and you can fill in these constellations. And the constellations will give you stats or abilities. For example, the Scorpion gave me a skill called Scorpion Sting, which poisons enemies and shreds their armor, but you attach it to an existing ability. So you pick one of your abilities, and it attaches to that. I picked this little thing that looks like a tornado. So every time this tornado hits an enemy, they get hit with the Scorpion Sting also, and they're poisoned and their armor is reduced. So because of the dual class system, where you pick 2 out of 10 classes, and that whole devotion thing, there's a lot of customization without it being too insanely complicated, like, you know, like the Path of Exile skill tree, which is infamous. And then, just like every ARPG, there's unique items that can change your build entirely and stuff like that. Thank you for the membership, by the way. Something else maybe worth mentioning is the game doesn't ever really get to, like, in Diablo and Path of Exile, in the super endgame, there are those builds that could just, like, teleport, clear a whole screen, teleport, one-shot kill a whole screen, repeating. This game doesn't really get to that point. So, I mean, I guess you could say it's slower paced, but it feels like a bit more normal to me. So, I like it, but it's worth mentioning. God, this thing's doing like earthquakes or something, it hurts. Like dropping meteors or something. Okay, got the quest item. Thank you so much, playing Gears 2 with the boys, much love. You're very welcome. Looks like there's also something over there I missed. Were you successful in tracking down Rugru? Yep, and here's the meat. I did not think you would actually take me up on the challenge. Good on you, Lowlander. We will get this meat over the fire, a hearty meal to share on a frigid day. You have shown your intentions to be true, so I will be true in mine. These ointments will shield you from the wind's bite. May come in handy on the journey ahead. I wish you fortune, Lowlander. May your brethren still draw breath when you find them, but if you wish to take a moment by our fire and rest, you are more than welcome. Thank you. 66% reduced freeze duration for 900 seconds. 3 potions. Alright. It's windy up here. Oh, there's like a dungeon up here. Well, we're about to see if I missed something real good. What is the Loyalist Pack DLC? Is it just cosmetic or is it in-game content? Grunson said cosmetic packs. I'm glad Grunson knew the answer. I did not know about that one. We've got a boss. Ice Howl. Alright, so I'll pop everything then. So summoning the Primal Spirit, my strongest cooldown. That was a Steam achievement. Dead body with some loot on it. Whoa! This is the second purple item that we have found on this entire run, and it was just on a body. Is there anything else here? Oh, I saw something. Oh, there. Alright, what was the purple? Life Blaze Mantle. +2 to decomposition, +3 to hungering reach. I do not know what those are. Decomp sounds like a necromancer ability. I don't know what hungering reach is. Yeah, A lot of these stats don't affect me. Like boost to vitality damage. I don't have any vitality damage, so boosting it doesn't do anything. 21% to all elemental resists is always nice. My current ones have 16, so that's an upgrade. My current stuff has 22 lightning damage, 24 electrocute damage, and 25 burn damage, which helps me. But these have 41 to all LE damage, then 35 burn, and 48 electrocute. So yeah, even though half the stats on this don't affect me because they're more necromancer-oriented, it's still an upgrade. Oh god, I've got like giant torches on my shoulders now. That'll help keep my face warm in this cold, I guess. You haven't spent attribute points? I have a lot of them. Yeah, basically anytime I get gear that requires something and I don't have enough, I spend the points to be able to equip that piece of gear. It might sound silly, but it's been working for me. That's what I've been doing. Okay, alright. So, next up... Dirge of Night. You stumbled across a strange collection of personal affairs in Ulo's Springs. Among the items is a piece of a poem written by the owner. If you follow the clues, you'll ultimately find their creator, and to what end, who can say. Okay, so that's right here. I am the night. I bore witness to the birth of the stars and the passage of the moon. My heart swelled when eyes first gazed upward and drank deep of my splendor, and I wept silver tears when those same eyes closed for the final time, but I do not mourn. Sleep drowns thoughts with dreams of eternity. In a blink, a heavenly beacon fades, only blackness in the wake of its memories, but I do not mourn. I mean, that just sounds like the sun going down. As the sky turns crimson between twigs of twisted spruce, I close my eyes and lay my head upon the dying earth. Mother Cairn grows silent in my ear. I hear only the whispers of the agony that remain. I am the night. I wonder if that's going to be something that's still further ahead of us. Okay. Alright. For now, we've gotten a lot of those quests behind us cleared up. Found a lore thing. Current Opportunity Part 2. The note is stained with bloody fingerprints. No one has ever asked, and I have never said, but now that your guts adorn the snow, I feel it only fitting you know why. I am half Kern, you slith piss drinker. Breck, son of Uleth, who died giving me life birth. My father, Markor, was never welcome among the people of Asterkarn, and my mother's passing extinguished what little grace he had with him, so we came to live in his homeland. I never learned the ways of my mother's people, but my father always spoke of them with great reverence and respect. I have walked these hills many times, met the people of these lands. They are harsh and unforgiving, bearing grudges older than any living man, but they have come to recognize kin within me and welcomed me beside their hearths. It is in my eyes, you see. They carry the sorrows of this land in ways only a Kern can recognize. I have traveled beyond the highlands and witnessed the beauty of the valley below, and I have seen the halls of Kernhold and drank deep of Kern mead. While a part of me wishes to spend a lifetime here learning their ways, I did not grow up Kern and still feel my Aurelian blood calling me home. This is not where I belong. I did learn a few things, though. For one, Kern burial rites are an important reminder of what was lost. They call them scars, because every hurt and loss brings healing. It leaves them tougher, stronger. Their belongings are left behind for worthy successors to bring newfound glory to old tunes and weapons, not to be pilfered by rats. You should pray that the Kern ways do not apply to you in their lands. Left to rot in the snow as you are, alone and forgotten, if you believe the myths, yours will be a fate worse than death. I'm not sure even you deserve such an end, but it does seem fitting reward for the hate and vitriol that you have shown for the people you despise yet know nothing about. Okay. Almira's Envy Part 2 is the one we just picked up. Almira woke alone in that cursed circle, her back upon a cold stone slab in its center. She hurriedly returned to the village and slipped into her bed just as the first light of morning shone from behind the dark, imposing mountains. In the days that followed, Almira found excuses to be in Dyfid's presence, but he paid her no more attention than before, never giving her even the slightest loving glance, making no acknowledgement of what she believed they had shared. Almira finally confronted him when he was alone, but Dyfid called her mad, denying he had ever met her at the stones, and hurried off. Almira started to wonder if it were all perhaps some mad dream, but soon her belly began to grow at an alarming speed. After a short time, she was unable to hide the physical manifestation of her misdeed, and was brought before her furious father. Frightened and desperate, she accused the innocent Dyfid of forcing himself upon her. Dyfid was dragged before Vorlog, his betrothed, Lyra weeping and broken, stood behind her father. "You lie," he roared, pointing furiously at Almira, his voice cracking with betrayal. "May whatever unnatural thing grows inside you be your undoing." Mad with grief and rage, he fled into the wilds, never to be seen again, his spirit broken by the weight of her falsehood. Okay, so this is part 2 of the lady who made a deal with the devil to get with this guy. But what happened was like a monster wearing his face got with her. It wasn't actually him. So now she's accusing the real guy of being the father of her child, and she's wrong. Almira's pregnancy continued to progress at a pace that was not natural, and the end of the moon's cycle, her belly was so distended she could not walk and lay groaning in pain. Strange impressions could be seen pressing and scraping against her stomach from within their prison of flesh. The midwives attending her were unnerved and reported different bizarre claims, saying they had heard strange sounds from within Almira or saw the impression of hooves or claws pressing out from her womb. Jesus. Chieftain Vorlag, his face a mask of grief and shame, was forced to make a terrible choice. Some called for the girl to be burned alive before the evil inside her could be birthed, but Vorlag would not commit his own daughters to such a horrific end. Instead, he had Almira walled alive in a storage hut, her screams a lament for our entire tribe. For 3 nights we listened to her torment, each cry a twist of the knife in our collective hearts, then silence. What? That sounds worse than death. I can't put my daughter to death, so we're just going to wall her into a hut alive? Starve her for 3 days? Hey Muck, how's this game compared to Diablo PoE? It is a very good game in its own right. Give me just a second. The thing I'm about to tell you, I've said like 5 times this stream. Give me just a moment. Okay, so something that sets this game apart that I think is worth mentioning. You make a character, you get into the game, at level 2 you pick a class. There's 10 classes. I picked Shaman, so here's the Shaman talent tree. Not too complex, not too overwhelming. At level 10, you get a second class. I picked Demolitionist. There's 10 classes, you pick 2, so there's dozens and dozens and dozens of combinations. It's awesome. Additionally, every character has access to this thing called the Devotion System. Occasionally you find shrines in the world, and when you cleanse them, you get points and you can spend them on this tree and get abilities that can modify your existing skills. For example, the Scorpion gives you Scorpion Sting, which chance on casting an ability, it will poison the enemy and shred their armor. I have attached it to this tornado-looking thing, so every time the tornado hits an enemy, they can get poisoned. And you can do lots of cool customization stuff like that. So it's got a ton of customization, and that's not even counting the usual ARPG stuff where, you know, you find unique items that can change your whole build and stuff like that. You might need a Grim command. Yeah, maybe. Sorry. No, nothing to be sorry about. Just my voice is starting to go out. But we got about 15 minutes, and then I'll be taking a break. What if someone clips it and links it? Also possible. Got an ambush from behind us. Okay, for now, I think the thing that's going to help us the most is continuing to put points at Wind Devil, which now does up to 4,200 damage every 2 seconds around it. Oh, we gotta resummon them. How is Chip doing? Oh, he's fine. He's napping somewhere right now. He did not deign to... Oh my god, potion. Okay, I almost got one shot there. Yikes. Golder family shield. Oh, that's right. I remember the lady that wanted me to find her family shield. So we just killed her zombie family. Nice. Cave entrance. The cave-in blocks the way. Okay, so that's for something later. A shrine! Okay, so that gives us another devotion point we can spend. We also got a purple item. Devil Tongue. +1 to all skills and demolitionist. Nice. 81% fire damage. 80% more burn damage. 12%. Dude, this is literally all the stats on my current weapon, plus more stuff. It just needs purified salt added to it. Okay, so go back to town. Where is it? Kernhold. Alright. Nope, not that. Where's the crafting guy?
Got something you need stashed?
You.
Oh, an outsider.
Search salt. Okay. Alright, cool. We got that going now. This guy has a quest for us.
Ah, it's you!
I want to thank you for pulling me out of that rift. I grossly overestimated my capabilities back there and probably made things worse. You mentioned your services. Of course, as I said, I specialize in altering the arcana of magical objects. With the right catalyst, I can not only reattune the fundamental aspect of an enchantment, I can manipulate its very nature, change it to something completely different, though with somewhat unpredictable results. I have some arcane ashes on me right now if you want to experiment. Show me what you can do. Ashes of Awakening.
Tinkering is my specialty.
Oh, okay, she's the she's the inventor. There's one of these in the base town. Okay, so that's not new. It's just new to this town. Okay. The person. Okay, I think there's a person over here that wanted the family shield. She's different. Wait, is she? Okay, I thought she was the same.
Thank you, Lowlander. You've done me a great kindness.
Here you go as promised. Thank you, thank you. You took a great risk on my behalf, so I promise you I will honor my family's memory in defense of Kernhold. Please have this totem. It's the only personal item I managed to take with me. You're welcome. Okay. Do they still force you to do normal and then other difficulties, or can you jump straight ahead to higher difficulties? When you make a new character, tell you what, I'm in town right now, so... Oh, wait. My portal will close. You know what? That's fine. We're close to wrapping things up for the night, so I'll take this chance to answer your question in detail. So let me go back to the main menu. All right. So when you let's say you make a new character, okay? So create. You pick one of the 3 genders, either male, female, or hardcore. Okay? So standard stuff. Blah blah. And then you hit next, and it says what difficult do you want to play on? You can start on normal, or you can start on veteran. I'm playing on veteran right now. There's 3 more where, like, if you want to, when you get to a certain point, you can up it. After you've done it once, someone in chat said there's an item you can get from a merchant that allows your future characters to start on ultimate if you wish to. It is very difficult. I have done it before, because, like, the very first enemy outside of town is going to take you... It has such a crazy amount of hit points, like just a starter zombie, that you will be fighting it for like a minute or 2 to get it down, but then you'll get like a ton of XP, and then it gets easier after that. But by default, you can start on normal or veteran, and you can go up much higher. Ultimate only is a fun way to start. Yeah, I've done it in the past. You can see I've got a handful of level 100s here, a couple of them on hardcore. It's just, it was years ago, so it's been a long time for me. Trying to differentiate between plus % attack speed and plus max % attack speed. So, I think what that means, I think that's similar to resistances. Resistances have a cap of 80%, and if you get plus max resist, then you raise the cap. So I would assume I don't know what item you're talking about, but I would assume that you're raising the cap higher up. But I would say, if you're not satisfied with that answer, check the Grim Dawn wiki, because I'm sure they've got it there. They made it so you can just buy a thing in a shop and just start at ultimate level 1. Yeah, I'll have to, because I think in the past when I played this, there wasn't those options that I showed. Like, you could just start at level 1 on ultimate, and you didn't have to go through any hoops, but I think they changed it at some point. Berserker Ascendancy, not seen it before, not sure if it's new. The Berserker class option is new, like 2 days ago. Like, it came out with the new expansion. Ascendancy, the whole Ascendancy system is brand new. I think that's everything. Okay, cool. So we will save it here, and we will pick it back up from this spot next time, chat.